The Israeli army announced on Saturday that it killed Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, in a strike on the militant group's headquarters in Beirut on Friday. Israel's chief of staff, Helene, said that there is more to come as the army prepares its next moves.
יש עוד כלים קדימה ללכת, והמסר הוא מסר פשוט, מי שמאיים על אזרחי מדינת ישראל נדע להגיע בצפון, בדרום, גם במקומות יותר רחוקים.
Several other Hezbollah commanders were also killed in the attack, and civilians were among the victims.
President Vladimir Putin has warned the West that Russia could use nuclear weapons if it was struck with conventional missiles. The Russian leader presented changes to Russia's nuclear doctrine at a meeting of the country's Security Council. Now, Putin said a nuclear power supporting an attack on Russia would now be considered a joint aggressor. The change in doctrine comes after Putin's warnings to the U.S. and other NATO allies that allowing Ukraine to use Western long-range weapons to hit Russian territory would mean that Russia and NATO are at war.
On Wednesday morning in China, residents woke up to a rare announcement on state television that an intercontinental ballistic missile had been fired into the Pacific Ocean. Details were revealed by Chinese authorities after the test launch, without specifying whether it was launched from a submarine or on land. China's neighbours, Japan, said they had not been given any notice, and that Beijing's military build-up, as well as their lack of transparency, were a serious concern. Similar statements were also given by Australia and New Zealand.
In a shocking turn of events, China's cutting-edge nuclear-powered attack submarine met with disaster during the late spring months. Satellite imagery captured the arrival of massive floating cranes at the site in early June, presumably for salvage operations. The incident, shrouded in secrecy and previously undisclosed, is believed to have occurred at a shipyard in the vicinity of Wuhan. Beijing is tight-lipped about the fate of any nuclear fuel or nuclear weapons aboard the vessel at the time of the incident. The Zhao-class submarine, which sank, boasted a unique X-shaped stern design aimed at enhancing maneuverability.
Tonight, Helene no longer a hurricane, but still taking homes and lives. The massive hurricane that slammed into Florida, overwhelming first responders. Rescues along the East Coast from Florida to South Carolina. In Tennessee, a hospital sending out an SOS when it became surrounded by water. Patients stranded, forced onto the roof, and airlifted out. Helene made landfall on Florida's Gulf Coast, but the impact stretching 1,000 miles across 15 states, killing dozens. Overnight, desperate residents posting previews of what daylight would bring. And in Clearwater, fire departments battling flash floods and flames, searching for those stranded.